I'd like to talk about an item that's going to be very good for anyone going on a through hike or just a regular hike around your local park. And that item is these here, a pair of Dirty Girl gaiters. These are going to become a very valuable item while on a through hike. Now, what exactly are gaiters? Those will prevent rocks, sand, and sticks from working their way in your shoe. Then it'll get you more time along the trail to knock out those miles and complete your adventure. Right now I'm using an Ultra Lone Peak 3.0 to go hiking in. These ones have done very well, very comfortable, but I'll talk about that later on. As you can see, they have a lot of wear, so they're getting replaced soon. Now, at the very front of the shoe, you have that gaiter hook right there. That'll help hook onto the front. Then at the back, many trail running shoes, you're going to have a Velcro piece built in right here. That one does have a gaiter trap on it. To put these on, you simply will put them over your foot and then hook that in, and then Velcro it down and make the necessary adjustments. What that's going to do is it's going to help prevent rocks, dirt, and sand from getting into your shoe. Why is that important? Well, if you're going on a 2, 3, 4 mile hike, you may have to stop once or twice to get sand out of your shoe, or the rocks or dirt. That's not that big of a deal. But when you're going on a through hike, say the PCT, like what I'm going to be going on next year, these are going to be becoming very valuable. Say if you're trying to hike 10, 15, 20 miles a day or more, and you have to stop every 2 to 3 miles to dump your shoe out to get rid of any rocks or dirt that have gotten in there, it can add up. It can take 5-10 minutes to clean everything out of your shoe and move on. Well, that 5 to 10 minutes over the course of 20 miles, that could actually add up to being, an extra hour, hour and a half of your day. That's more miles that you could have gone and knocked out that you couldn't just because you're dumping out your shoe. Now, I have a pair of men's extra large. Now, these are not the ones I've been using. The other pair are on my hikes. That pair is pretty well worn, so just going to use these for the demonstration today. Now, as you can see, they were both very, very light. So the gaiters, each gaiter comes in at about 0.6 ounces. So for both of them, we're looking at 1.2, 1.3 ounce for the combined pair. That again, like I said, was in a men's extra large. If we go down in size, you're going to lose a little bit. However, make sure you go and read the sizing instructions, because if these are too big, they're just going to fall off. If they're too small, they're going to be tight, they're going to be uncomfortable, and they're just going to be useless. How exactly are these going to stay on? That is one very important question. Well, for starters, with your gaiters, they are elastic. That's one of the reasons you need to pay attention to sizing. Because like I said, if they're too loose, they're just going to drop right off. If they're too tight, they're going to cut into you. They're going to be uncomfortable. Dirty Girl Gaiter does provide a great sizing tool on their website to help you buy the right pair. First pair I bought fit perfectly, had no issues. Definitely going to be buying some more in the near future. They do wear out because you're going to be on some very rough terrain, so they will wear out. I strongly recommend getting 2, maybe 3 pairs. This way you can have them in resupply boxes along the way on your PCT hike. Now back to what we were talking about. How else are they going to stay on your shoe? Well, right here at the very front is a hook. So long as your shoe has a gaiter hook or a gaiter hoop, you're set. And then at the back, there's also going to be Velcro. What I always recommend doing is starting off with the gaiter already wrapped on to your foot, around your foot over the sock. Then, of course, make sure your laces are done. Then you take this hook right here, slide it through the hoop, and hook it in. Then, at the back, you have your gaiter trap. Go and pull the gaiter trap down, like so, take the Velcro, tuck it in. Then of course your shoelaces, tuck them underneath, and there you go. Make the adjustment, and now you're all set. You now have a pair of gaiters ready to go that are going to help save you time. Now I've used these in rocky soil and like savanna style areas that had a lot of broken twigs and a lot of rocks and fine dust. I've also used them in grassy fields, sort of like what I'm doing now. What I have noticed is while they are very, very good, dust will outdo everything. You will get on fine powder dust. You will still get some into your trail runners, but that's just because the ventilation shoe, which allows your foot to breathe, well, it'll also allow dirt to push its way in. Now these are going to block a lot of that ventilation, but not all of the ventilation will be blocked. So you still will get a lot of good breathability through your trail runners. Okay. So that's been my review of the Dirty Girl gaiters. Like I said, these are an item I just recently came across a couple months ago, and I've really enjoyed them. They've definitely helped me add miles onto my hikes. I strongly recommend people check them out. The nice thing is, it's also a budget-friendly item. You can still be ultralight on a budget. They range between $15 and $23 for the pair, just depending on which pattern you order. Yet again, I strongly recommend checking out dirtygirlgaiters.com. It's a product that'll definitely help you add some miles, because you're not going to be wasting your time dumping out your shoes all day.